The word hot in hotel caught on fire. Too hot.
I'm gonna call the police and the fireman.
The Princess of Light has requested another beer.
The Prince of Darkness has requested another strawberry milkshake.
Alright, Chad, name those characters. Let me put this in words you can understand. Meow, 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 meow.
Can't focus on a thing. I gotta bounce the leg.
And proceed to shake every table and chair within a 10-foot radius.
Saying, can you not?
To inanimate objects that are just following the laws of physics, but in, inconvenient ways. Nothing more sobering than realizing you've been assuming a cover of a song was the original. Oh, phew. If the wrong person found out about that, I could have been killed.
Me, when my brother thought the Panic at the Disco cover of Bohemian Rhapsody was the OG, and I had to sit him down and be like, never tell that to anyone ever again if you want to live, okay?
This is the most heinous one. Everyone else go home.
What did they lace Skyrim with that makes it so compelling? The writing is fine. The gameplay is somewhere between fine and terrible. Most people soundly ignore the main quest, and yet I want to play it again. I think it's your body trying to tell you to make a new file that doesn't end up becoming another stealth archer build.
He was as tall as he was tall, and his eyes were the color they were. To describe his hair, one would say he had some. His face had all the features you'd expect, and none of the ones you wouldn't. There he is, people would often say of him, but only when he was there. And they were right.
I think a pet fish is so funny. Yeah, there's a guy in my house who can move in more dimensions than me, and I've permanently trapped him in a 2-foot glass cube. He has to pay for his crimes.
Megamind talking to a new friend thank you for engaging in the mortifying ordeal of being known, so that I may partake in the euphoric experience of knowing you.
I made my first Photoshop thing. I love it. Never have I seen anything that more perfectly encapsulates the personality of a beta fish.
I ate 2 servings of lasagna. I am so full I could not possibly eat another bite. Roughly 20 minutes after my stomach tells me it has room for more, so I go to get a 3rd serving of lasagna. But as I get there, my ADHD remembers to take the tape off the fuel gauge, and my stomach informs me that I am, in fact, still full. I have been betrayed.
World's oldest haunted house has passed away at the age of 207.
Let's get pregnant again.
I think you have a fundamental misunderstanding of, well, maybe everything, actually. Funniest thing about the official YouTube video for Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap is that the comments are literally JoJo reference, 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 JoJo reference. This was my late father's favorite song, and I'm glad that this song lets me still feel connected with him. JoJo reference, JoJo reference, JoJo reference, JoJo reference. The year is 2025. Scientists are still scrambling to figure out what Zigga Zigga Ah is, so that they can give the Spice Girls what they really want. The Spice Girls are getting impatient. War is upon us. Wait, man. That's this year. Oh my God! Childhood is wanting to be Batman. Teenagerhood is wanting to be Batman. Adulthood is wanting to be Batman. The only thing that changes is the reason you want to be Batman. Wait. Wind Waker's Ganondorf dual blades had the Twin Rovers' names inscribed to them? No way, he was a mama's boy.
This is the equivalent of a cartoony tough guy having a tattoo that says mom.
Yeah? It only makes him more perfect!
Despite what popular opinion may lead you to believe, some rocks actually do have scientifically proven auras. Unfortunately, those rocks are uranium, and the aura is Cancer.
Some rocks also produce strong auras in water, like the alkali metals. These auras, however, are fire.
Though rock auras are rare, rock magic is common. The most common form of rock magic is concussion.
Can I stay in bed until 2025?
Wake up, beach.
This content has been removed at the copyright holder's request.
Why is this post completely broken in every way imaginable?
Broken notes, deactivated account, removed image. Finally. We have them all. In addition, OP's name is just gone. No insert username deactivated, insert a bunch of numbers, as is the standard for deactivated blogs. Just the word deactivated. Look upon their post, ye mighty, and despair.
It'll be impossible to find this post unless it wanders across your dash.
And it has now been preserved into a YouTube video forever. Until YouTube dies.
I'm so genuinely lucky to be dumb as hammers. The simplest things bring me joy.
I've had several fits of passionate laughing out loud today because I can't stop thinking of the phrase, $1 million. Fuck, I made me stupid too. It's just funny.
New DB Cooper theory.
He went up. The rapture happened, but they only took him. I visited a puffin colony a few days ago. I want you to meet my friend, the Porb. I love him. I feel like we need a massive public education campaign to inform people that natural and healthy are two completely different words with separate meanings.
Writing prompt. Humanity went extinct. However, the supernatural creatures pretending to be human were so good at it that no one realized there were no more humans for over 200 years.
Now that sounds like a good Twilight Zone episode. When did people get convinced a grass lawn was good and pretty? Versailles, I think, is the genuine answer.
Of course, as with most things, blaming the French is an excellent bet.
Try to your way out of this one, Versailles.
My tarantula has never felt the touch of a man before, yet she's laying eggs.
I didn't know they could lay unfertilized eggs.
What do I do? Phrasing of this is taking me out.
My tarantula, virginal as the Mother Mary, has given birth. Is this the second coming? Yeah, harder to crucify a being with 8 legs.
Spider Jesus died on the asterisk for our sins.
You can't leave this in the chat, you fuckers.
Get his ass is so unreasonably funny to me. A huge win for the English language. It's today's versions of seize him, in my opinion.
Congratulations, you posted 4,000 posts. Yay!
Oh, what the fuck? Unbothered, moisturized, happy, in my lane, focused, flourishing.
Pikachu's drowning.
This ain't about him.
Thinking about that one leaked design document about how a particular outfit in Sun and Moon was scrapped because it made the main character look gay? Like coming from the company that designed these heterosexual men?
Like, come on, Wallace is like dead on obvious.
Well, Peel Diago Palkia Gertita.
I have had like 5 asks for this trio. And JFC, okay, fine, y'all are monsters. Oh my god, Giratina. He just looks like a little guy. Lechong. Lechongis. Lemogas. I am not sorry.
And you shouldn't be.
Oh wow, autumn's here. Isn't that great, Chicory? You know, I know some people criticize the put a bow on a creature so people know it's a girl approach to character design. But come on, this rules.
Look how happy she is.
Favorite Pokemon conceptually are the ones counted as a single entity, but are clearly just like
more than one guy just hanging out.
They're unionized.
Especially Phalanx. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Alright, chat. Which one's the son? They made this little frog a Bulbasaur cosplay. Hey, it's the greatest thing. Look at him, I love him.
All you fucking perverts drawing Pokemon with belly buttons are in for a goddamn reckoning. They are hatched from eggs.
Pow! Can't use a gun sound effect thing, Susan.
Can you peel Reuniclus, please? It's my friend's favorite.
I have freed them from their gel prison. Bonus.
Which evolution would previous post to be? The Miku-looking one.
The Miku-looking one? Hello? I give off Glaceon vibes, sure, but because of Miku? That's why! You both wound and compliment me. Oh no, Miku, what do you have to say about that?
Right now.
Happy New Year, but it's also Wet Bees Wednesday. Oh yeah. Yo, check this shit out.
Girl, help, I evolved fruit gummy and he's literally the size of my entire room. Pokemon Go is worth it for the occasional glimpses we get into what social media is like in the actual Pokemon universe. Ash Ketchum, you lucky boy, you got to do everything awesome in the Pokemon world. It's not fair anymore. He never got to grow up, spend time with his family, or have a family of his own. He has a 5th grade education at best. He's essentially homeless, and the only friend he's retained through all of his travels is a mouse. Yo, he's literally riding the god of the oceans like a fucking flying horse. Do you think he gives a rat's ass about his education? I miss that very specific period of early Pokemon marketing where they weren't quite married to Pikachu being their mascot yet, so they just sort of threw a bunch of other C-tier Pokemon and everything they could to see what would stick. Who's that old monster thing every kid is in love with these days? It's Poliwhirl, right? Yeah, it is. Put a fucking old dude on everything. Hey, man. Poliwhirl fans gotta stick together. Am I right, Polycule?
Yeah. For your consideration, Mr. Mime is Ash's dad.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Mime was the later character. He's his dad now. Alakazams really are so smart. Oh, look at this guy. He's literally been holding his spoon in his hands for 4 generations of Pokemon in preparation for this.
Foresight finally worked.
It's a shame my actual eyesight went bad. How the fuck did I read this?
It's been doing staring contests for a week. I want to go home, but it won't move an inch unless it loses.
My favorite thing is Starmie not realizing it can't physically blink and thinking it's just the best at staring contests.
A horrible concept, though, if it could blink. Pokemon fans, all the Pokemon are lazy, they're running out of ideas.
Gen 1. A seal named Seal. A crab named Krabby Crab. Some slime named Slimy. A rat named Ratty Rat. A clown named Dr. Clown.
Bear witness to the greatest force ever assembled in history. Bear. Bear. Bear.
Wait, is this a We Bare Bears reference? Everyone I know or follow on Tumblr is either a good artist, writer, cosplayer, GIF maker, photoshopper, or attractive, or just amazing. And I sit here like, is that a platypus with 6 legs?
That's Lotad, you uncultured shit.
Footnote, there was also a misprint in the original Ruby Sapphire guidebook, which showed the Pokemon Trapinch as having no evolutions, making Vibrava and Flygon unobtainable to those who didn't accidentally level up Trapinch until it evolved seemingly for no reason. Man, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald were scarier than most creepypastas. Must suck ass to be like a lawyer or something in the Pokemon world. They haven't made any cool lawyer Pokemon yet.
Oh well.
I think we have different definitions of lawyer, but sure.
Why wouldn't Ho-Oh be a lawyer? They're Phoenix, right?
In the kindest way possible. Fuck you. The fact you can press B to cancel Pokemon's evolution is so funny to me. Like, imagine a butterfly about to emerge from a chrysalis and you just put your hand on it like, shh, buddy. Not yet. And it's like, well, okay. And climbs back in and zips itself up like a sleeping bag. Kinda worried that Nintendo's trying to warn us about something. Pokemon Go. Mario Run.
Animal Crossing, get out.
Legend of Zelda, get a fake identity. Donkey Kong, it's right behind you. And the final installment, Kirby Found You. You know how IRL scientists are always ready to throw hands over certain topics? What I want to know is what kind of stupid arguments Pokemon scientists get into fights over. A heated battle starts in the middle of a conference because someone asked if Slowking Shelter could be considered its own separate species or not. Scientist steps onto the stage. A photo of a Flygon appears on the projector screen. She hits the screen with a pointer stick. Bug. Entire auditorium erupts into furious shouting.
And finally, Cockroach, what about
see you next Tuesday, Susan
Roach?
I think you mean... Can you please turn that off?
Captain Toad initiates conversation. Mario.
Nintendo has at least 4 characters who are DJs, and none of them have collaborated with each other yet. This is unacceptable.
It seems you've forgotten somebody. Despite containing both a Princess Peach and a Princess Daisy piece, the licensed Super Mario chess set does not designate either of them as a queen piece, instead making them both bishops. Instead, Luigi is chosen to be the queen piece.
Our queen. This reminds me of these kids I used to nanny. The eldest, 8 at the time, taught me how to play chess with this set. I remember him going over the pieces and stated that Luigi was the queen, and he, no joke, said, "Because he's the nicest and you have to protect someone like that." That has always stuck in my head whenever I see Luigi now. Luigi shuffling up for one of his casino minigames in Super Mario 64 DS. Oh yeah.
Isn't gambling illegal in Japan?
Luigi's Italian.
"Can I get the woohoo?" is generally the funniest thing a person could say in any situation, but is undeniably powerful coming from a demon with a cheap mustache. Why would you say this about Mario?
I take it back, this is so undeniably powerful, I'm losing my mind.
That's what I thought.
Okay, baby Mario characters are nice, but what about Teen Mario characters? Teen Mario just rolls his eyes and flips a scene here and says, "Like, let's go," unenthusiastically. Or even better, "Let's fucking stay." The Smash Bros. Cast swapping anecdotes about their various evil doppelgangers, and Mario getting into an argument about whether Wario counts. Surprisingly, Mario is arguing that Wario does not count, as he has literally never made that connection in his life. You can't just say every fat Italian in overalls is a Mario counterpart. He's his own person with hopes and dreams. Evil hopes and dreams, but still. Daisy, meanwhile, manages to argue very convincingly that Peach should be considered her evil doppelganger. Despite just being her cousin.
Wario is playing devil's advocate because being Mario's evil doppelganger is great for business. If he was just some guy, nobody would buy WarioWare. Samus. Yeah, Dark Samus is kind of like a Metroid that stole my appearance and tries to kill me.
Wario lying through his fucking teeth. Yeah, that's the same thing with the Mario and me.
I am not gonna let you hide this in the replies. The difference 21 years makes. 21 years on tea. Tortellini. Remember when Luigi asked if everyone in the human world will ever learn acceptance and Mario made this face for like 5 seconds?
It's like he knew Tumblr will exist and that this site will set up even more racial conflicts that already were in the late 80s and early 90s.
Leave my posts alone. I work at Starbucks, and yesterday night these 2 big Italian men come in and order some coffee, so I asked for the first guy's name, and he says, in his thick Italian accent, that it's Mario. I'm thinking, okay, it's a pretty common name for a middle-aged Italian dude. But then his friend orders, and when I ask what his name is, he says, it's Luigi. And I can't help it. I giggle a little, to which Luigi says to his friend Mario, I told you she'd get it. And that's the story of how I got memed on by 2 middle-aged Italian men on Christmas Eve. Years ago, my husband sent an email to Nintendo asking them a bunch of questions about Mario 64. Stuff like, how do bomb-bombs reproduce? And who does that second penguin baby belong to? And I bring it up because one of the 50-odd questions asks, why is there no furniture in Princess Peach's castle? Nintendo of Europe answered every question. So I can canonically tell you that Princess Peach is so rich that she owns 2 castles, one for furniture and one for all her artwork. In case you're wondering, the answers to the other 2 are through a mixture of gunpowder and love, and no one, it's its own penguin. There's extra, and then there's Princess Peach. This poses an even bigger question, though. If that castle is specifically for paintings and only paintings, how the fuck did they bake the cake? People act like hating Mario is imperative to being a Luigi fan, as if Luigi wouldn't fucking kill you for saying that. It's true, Mario's biggest fan is his brother. You know, you can achieve success without stepping on people's heads. You hear that, Mario, you jerk? Hey, what you looking at there, Mario? Something peachy? Never let this die. Oh my god, Bowser, you hopeless romantic. You love Peach no matter what she turns into. Bowser really is the type to love you if you became a worm. I say this again. He is no base villain. He is a conqueror king with a different sense of politeness, that is all. You are a fool to reject him, Toadstool. He would love you with the force of a supernova, the warmth of an hour after dawn at the edge of Kupahari, the loyalty of an elder chain chomp, the grace of a dancing blooper. He is the one man every woman needs, and you reject him? Why? For fear that his territory would somehow pollute your own? That he would have a greater claim to the throne? That his people would overwhelm the culture of yours? Fool, woman! He sees eternity. while you grapple for hours, even whilst they crumble in your arms. Jesus Christ, see, tell us how you really feel. In one particular piece of official art for Super Mario Odyssey, Mario's hair is rendered in great detail. Zooming in to the part above his ear, we can see what appears to be a single gray hair. This seems to be deliberate, as analysis of the images reveal that is not a transparency issue, but that the hair is indeed colored a lighter color than the rest. Due to the image being released in a lossless format by Nintendo, this also could not be a compression artifact. This is still hands down the wildest post on this site.
I crave the most innocent parts of a relationship, like holding hands and forehead kisses and being able to tell someone how much I absolutely adore them.
And absolutely slaughtering them in Mario Kart. Date? A me?
Nice try, Mario.
For the first time since she was introduced 34 years ago, Princess Daisy is a playable character in a mainline Mario title. That's actually the result of an internal rule set by Nintendo back in the 90s. Google Princess Daisy Rule 34 to learn more. Don't! I wonder if we'll still use Tumblr in 5 years.
The unfunny thing about this 7-year-old post is that 7 years ago, the internet was such that one could reasonably imagine that in 5 years there would be other better platforms that would make Tumblr sort of outdated and cringy.
Now the alternatives to Tumblr are corporations spying on you, absolute hellhole of discourse over Tumblr screenshots, corporations spying on you, Tumblr posts but in video form while corporations and the Chinese government spy on you, that platform you signed on after the titty ban spread mass panic and you never used since,
and Reddit.
A couple of months ago, when I was 100%ing Luigi's Mansion 3, I was doing a lot of multiplayer mansion games, trying to get the rare ghosts, and after one of these sessions, I got a friend request from one of the people I played randomly with. Anyway, his name is Luigi, his profile is Luigi, his library consists solely of Luigi games, and I've never seen him play anything else, so I just have to assume Luigi himself is my friend on Switch.
For sale, framed Luigi, never hung.
If you're one of the dozen or so people who replied with something to the effect of, actually Luigi is hung,
you are now my enemy and I'm going to maul you on sight.
Knock, knock, open the door, it's me! Please open the door! Open up, hee-hee!
Please.
I don't know why people call Luigi the lesser brother. He is a multimillionaire with multiple homes, who has been on just as many adventures as his superior brother, Mario, and has been on multiple occasions been called in to save Mario. It's bullshit propaganda, and I won't stand for it anymore.
Not to mention, he actually, has a personality, isn't suffering from silent protagonist syndrome.
He's fucking drenched in personality. Look at him go!
He's also got a bigger dick, according to MatPat.
And he's got a bigger dick, according to MatPat.
Congratulations!
Long live the king.